Welcome back to the Film and TV channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. And we have a little film review today that's on a streaming service. Going to look at the world of Netflix today with this one. And we have a science fiction action comedy film. Yeah, not always word science fiction that will inspire, but we might have something a little bit different here today with this one. And aimed at a sort of family audience as well, which is perhaps even better. It's received a 12 rating, but I don't not 100% sure why we've got a 12 rating with this, and more PG-ish, certainly here in the UK. And today we're going to have a look at the Adam Project. So please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notification. I try and supply information, reviews from other sources, my own thoughts, of course, on these little movies. So I do movie reviews, TV drama reviews, information blogs, lots of different things. And try and inform and entertain if I can as we're going through this. And I hope you enjoy what I have for you today. Please, if you can give us that thumbs up, that's much appreciated. Make an old TV film watcher very, very happy. Yeah, The Adam Project. Yeah, science fiction action comedy, as we said, directed by Sean Levy, from a screenplay written by Jonathan Tropper, T.S. Nowlin, Jennifer Flackett, and Mark Levin. It stars Ryan Reynolds, Mark Ruffalo, that's how you pronounce it, Jennifer Garner, Walker Scobell, Catherine Keener, and Zoe Saldana. Yes, I think that's how you pronounce it. My apologies if I've not quite got those right. Production on this actually first began 10 years ago, so I'm recording this back in 2012, and Mr. Tom Cruise was attached to star in this, and then it sort of fell into what they call on this sort of websites development hell until Netflix acquired the distribution to this, and it was filmed in November 2020 and wrapped in March 2021. So obviously COVID was going on, but obviously we've seen sort of the sort of end to that, weren't we, at that stage as far as film was concerned. Obviously a lot of control and a lot of isolation, etc. Released on Netflix on March the 10th, 2022. What's it about? Well, they say it's science fiction action comedy. After accidentally crash landed in 2022, he starts off in 2050, I think it is. Time-travelling fighter pilot Adam Reed teams up with his 12-year-old self for a mission to save the future. Of course he does. Any good? Well, all these scores and comments are as at the 13th of March 2022, 2 p.m. UK time. So that's when I recorded this little blog, or just after that. Rotten Tomatoes, 69% positivity based on 148 critics' reviews. So that's not too bad. That's positive, 69% positivity. And it averages an okay, not fantastic, but an okay 6.2 out of 10 for this. That's 95 fresh and 43 rotten. The consensus, you've seen Ryan Reynolds do this sort of thing before, but the Adam Project offers slickly entertaining and occasionally even moving sci-fi action. Yes, it could bring a tear to a glass eye, this one. Rotten Tomatoes audience, they like it a little bit more Rotten Tomatoes, 4 out of 5, so that equates to 8 out of 10. I'm happy with that, that's not too bad. We look at Metacritic, don't we, the other critic site we look at. Not as enamoured, unfortunately. Their critics, 55 out of 100 average based on 47 critics. He does score anywhere between 30 and 90 out of 100. NME's Nick Levine, he perhaps should stick to music, this guy, I'm not too sure. So he only gave it 40, he wasn't impressed. He said, because of this humanity vacuum, the film's emotional beats feel strained and awkward. Often Levy relies too heavily on Rib Simonson's mawkish score to tell us to feel something. The result, an inoffensive but forgettable sci-fi trifle that probably isn't worth anyone's precious time. I think Nick could say, I don't know what band he likes. Perhaps he didn't hear it properly. Perhaps his eardrums are a bit battered from all the music he listens to. But that's NME. We're not really seeing NME over there. What do they know about films? They're more into music. So we'll go on to IGN. Give it 90 out of 100. Let's see what IGN thought was positive that the NME didn't. The Adam Project is a thoughtful, witty mashup of all the movies from my childhood. I have to agree. It's Back to the Future. Yep. Meets The Last Starfighter. Yep. With a slew of wonderful performances from a cast that clearly loves the concept as much as I do. Ryan Reynolds is on top form as Adam, while Walker Scobell matches him punch for punch with a great debut performance. Internet Movie Database, This is what counts, doesn't it? Never mind other people. Internet Movie Database, Joe Public, the guys who pay the money to go and watch this or have paid your subscription to watch this on Netflix. 6.9 out of 10. That's pretty good, isn't it? 6.9. I'll take that. Just under 7. That's not a bad score. And that's based on quite a lot of reviews. That's based on 28,354 reviews. And there was about, well over my profanities, well over 3,000 10 out of 10s. But you know me, nothing's worth 10 out of 10. And I do like this film, I'll tell you now, but it's not worth 10 out of 10. Very few 1 out of 10s, but I'll take the 2 out for balance anyway. And of that 28,354, 21,869 scored it between 6 and 9, 21,869, and just 2,919, so just a little bit more than 10% scored it only between 2 and 5 out of 10. So that's an 88%. I'll take that positivity. But what about my thoughts? Well, this is the sort of stuff I mean, I'm a big sci-fi fan from Star Trek to what we've got out there at the moment. The new Picard, for instance, so all things in between. And yet, I am a big fan of time travel and this sort of thing. And I do like young Adam. You know, if you ever watch any of my vlogs, I'm sometimes a bit wary of some of the younger actors who don't, you know, in all defence from the young actors, so they're not going to be perfect. But I did quite like young Adam and his character in this one. So that has to be a good thing, right? I mean, Walker Scobell is instantly likeable as the character from perhaps Act 1 from the very start. So for me, if he's likeable, he becomes investable, which helps the film along. As for Reynolds, yeah, I'll give him a pass too. And having watched it, I can sort of understand and envisage Tom Cruise. As I said, Tom Cruise was linked with this 10 years ago. I can certainly envisage Tom Cruise in this sort of role as well. I could have sort of thought of him in it. I thought it was a sort of role he could do very, very well. Yes, hints of The Kid. If you watched The Kid, old Bruce Willis film, if you watched that. Yes, Back to the Future, of course. Flight of the Navigator, yeah, the humour's in there of those such things, and nothing wrong, of course. The action of Terminator in this as well, in a more family-friendly context, of course. As I say, it is a 12 rating, but it's certainly PG, parental guidance on this one as far as I was concerned. So yes, we do get the edge of, say, a Terminator as well thrown into those wonderful, if you like, family films, which is what they are. Try not to think too hard about the physics of it all, which we have to, because your mind just can be blown. We just enjoy the adventure, and that's what it is. A sort of modern day. I mean, obviously NME didn't think so. I thought it's a modern day sort of classic sci-fi adventure. This with no bells or whistles, nothing fancy, just straight back to what works with this sort of adventure film. It's similar to the films I mentioned earlier on for a family viewing. And I can kind of just say as well that Field of Dreams even comes into it. The Field of Dreams ending brought a tear to my eye. As I said, it certainly brought a tear to my eye because I'm like that, and I did enjoy that. And Field of Dreams, another one of my favourite films of all time. Okay, not a classic, but for a straight to streaming TV production, I subscribe to Netflix anyway. I'm well chuffed with this. I thought it was a great watch. I really did enjoy it. And it's certainly up there for me with the best action adventure family films of recent times. Of ever? Perhaps not, but certainly of the last 2 or 3 years, it's up there with some of the best action adventure family films that you can get. Certainly, as I said, from a straight to streaming service. So I'm going to give it a good score. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10, so a lot higher than anybody else has given it, apart from the Rotten Tomatoes audience, who gave it an 8 out of 10. I just thought it was a great, entertaining watch. Not perfect by any means, of course it's not, but I just thoroughly enjoyed it. It's the sort of film I would have loved back in the day to watch with my kids. Certainly, the kids who are more. And yeah, I think they were all into sci-fi up to a certain age. It's only when they get a little bit older, certainly the girls obviously get out of it, and the lads tend to stick with it if they like it. But yeah, it is that sort of film that would have appealed to a younger family as well, girls and boys, I think, just for the action adventure side of it. 7.5 out of 10. Let me know what you think, guys. Thanks for watching. We're going to do a state. Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. To meet me here again on the Film and TV channel, I only ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.